Hello, CCL Sports Cards fans. What is up, and welcome back. It is so good to be back with you all following my 2-week road trip through the USA with my family, which obviously you subscribers know ended in Atlantic City in my very first national. I want to give a shout out to Wyatt, who I was lucky enough to bump into at the show. Wyatt has been a long time subscriber of this platform. I mean, Wyatt can confirm this, but I feel he was in the first 30 or so subscribers to join us here. A very early adopter of CCL Sports Cards. Wyatt is a wonderful fellow with a very impressive collection, and it was delightful to shake hands with him and chat a bit about the hobby and prices and connect, and really brings to light what I love about the hobby and the community. I mean, sports cards are wonderful, but it's the relationships that are built as a result of being in the hobby. But the show itself was super impressive, both in size and selection. The exhibits were incredible and really reminded me of a museum to a certain extent. So many cool things under one roof if you didn't get to see it. I found a lot of the prices on merchandise to be awesome. And of course, with any show, I mean, some things, if not a lot of things, were overpriced. But if you look, there was value there. And I just can't wait to get to Chicago next year. But with that, let's get to the real reason you're all here today, talking prospects and who has been hot in minor league baseball over their last 30 games. But before we get to that, if you haven't subscribed to CCL Sports Cards, be sure to hit that subscribe icon so you know when content like this, which is highly actionable, drops. I also want to say thank you to all of you who choose to continue to watch my show. The amazing feedback and continually rising subscriptions as we close in on 600 subscribers ultimately on our journey to 1,000 and then beyond. I appreciate all of you, and I'll continue to work hard to make this the #1 show as it relates to sports cards. Now on to today's episode and who has been killing it with baseball in the minors. Remember, in order to make this list, you had to have been a ranked prospect and have a first Bowman Chrome auto, which is what we talk about most on this show. You had to have had at least 80 plate appearances and been 24 years of age or younger. All statistics referenced are as of August 4th, 2022. With that, y'all ready? Let's rock and roll. Coming in at number 8, and very much a surprise, as this fella who has always been a decent minor leaguer had such an impressive run. Number 1 in your programs and 22-year-old shortstop for the AA Rocket City Trash Pandas. Isn't that such a cool name for a baseball team? Livan Soto. Soto hit .355 in 100 plate appearances with 6 doubles, 1 home run, 12 RBIs, 5 walks, 21 Ks, and 5 steals. Such great work, kid. Keep it up. Of note, Livan was a ranked prospect up until 2022, but has fallen off the radar, and that makes Livan's card super cheap, and with good reason, I suppose. But at 22 in AA, you can do a lot worse than a flyer on this kid, in my opinion. His 2019 Bowman Chrome base autos in raw condition will run you just $3, 3 singles. I mean, a purple auto just went for $10. Dirt cheap, and I'm going to monitor this kid. Number 7, center fielder for the AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders, batting left, number 35, Estevan Florial. Florial had a great run, hitting .370 in 106 plate appearances, notching 10 doubles, a whopping 7 home runs, 18 runs batted in, 13 Ks, 27 walks, and 11 steals. Well, it's true Estevan's gotten a shot in the majors already, and his MLB stats stink, said bluntly. There is still plenty to like in this 24-year-old, the first of which is his performance in the minors, but more importantly, he plays for the Yankees. A great market if this kid can harness his skills at the major league level. He is also dirt cheap. A 2018 Bowman Chrome green auto in PSA 10 just sold for $61. That's crazy. I think I'm going to add some to some of his cards. Again, what's the downside? Number 6, shortstop for the High A Spokane Indians, 22-year-old Julio Carreras. He had a good 30 games, hitting .386 in 97 plate appearances, hitting 12 doubles, 2 homers, knocking in 20, notching 5 walks, but striking out 17 times. He did add a steal also. Julio's 21 Bowman Chrome autos in raw condition are still very approachable, costing anywhere between $5 and $10. Then coming in at number 5, Tyler Gentry, 23 years old, playing in the Kansas City organization for AA Northwest Arkansas. Gentry had a very, very nice month, hitting .362 in 81 plate appearances with 5 doubles, 7 homers, 20 runs batted in, 9 walks, 12 Ks. That's really good patience at AA. Way to go, kid. As well, he added 2 steals. Tyler's 2021 Bowman Chrome autos in raw condition aren't too badly priced at $20, but keep in mind he is 23 years old. Then we get to a fellow who I have been a big supporter for some time. Number 84, left-handed hitting right fielder for your AAA Memphis Redbirds, channel fave Alec Burleson. Alec is so unappreciated and gets what I refer to as the Rodney Dangerfield Award. He gets no respect. If you don't know who Mr. Dangerfield is, Google it. Alec does nothing but kill the ball, and the last 30 games was no different, hitting .364 in 100 plate appearances, notching 4 doubles, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs, 10 walks, 17 Ks. More than that, his season line is bananas. And last season, as I mentioned way back around, say, New Year's, he tore up 3 levels last season and just keeps on raking. His cards are showing signs of life recently, as his 2020 Bowman Draft Chrome Refractor Auto and PSA 10 just sold on August 4th for $203. I also added to my personal stash of his cards in early July, scooping up a black refractor True Gem BGS 95 Auto for $355. But I will continue to add to my pile of Alec when possible. I get he is blocked a little, but just like Miguel Vargas, you keep raking, they'll find a spot for you, kid. Here we go, into the top 3, starting with number 22, currently 22 years old, playing for the AA Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Third baseman Brett Beatty. Brett hit .314 in 119 plate appearances with 4 doubles, 7 home runs, 18 RBIs, 14 walks, 26 Ks, and a steal. I'm glad this kid is finding his power stroke, as this was a knock against him, and this year his numbers are up. You can pick up Brett's 2019 Bowman Chrome Draft Auto and PSA 10 for about $230. Then we get to number 15 for the AAA El Paso Chihuahuas. Another great name for a baseball team. Standing a very modest 5'9", but killing it and batting right, Eguy Rosario. He had an absolutely stellar 30 games, hitting .323, but hitting, are you ready for this? 9 home runs. The dude is 5'9", 150 pounds with rocks in his pockets. Incredible. Crazy good skill. He had 112 plate appearances, 11 doubles, a triple, 27 RBIs. 27! He added 14 walks, 19 Ks. Very good discipline. Yes, Mr. Rosario is checking all the boxes of who we like here at CCL, and I have begun to add to this fella. Truthfully, I haven't watched many Chihuahua games, but will now. What a run for Eguy. You can pick up his 2021 Bowman Chrome Autos in raw condition for just $14. He may be the best of the bunch today. I like him, and I say bye. And drum roll for number 1. Channel fave, Vaughn Grissom. Vaughn has been a longtime favorite of mine. In fact, I remember picking up his 2020 Bowman Chrome base autos for $20 or less in the summer of 2021, and I've recommended buying him on a few occasions here at CCL. But let's talk about Grissom's last 30 games. He hit .385, nearly 400 in 118 plate appearances, with 9 doubles, 5 home runs, 27 RBIs, 27, 7 walks, 14 Ks, and 8 steals. This kid is turning into a real 5-tools guy and continues to back it up. Also of note, he was promoted to AA Mississippi out of High A Rome and has continued to rake. Last I looked, he was hitting like .390 since his promotion. Crazy good. Did you know he was Marquise Grissom's son? And he trained with his dad and Brave Star outfielder channel fave Michael Harris II? Shout out to Chrome Prospects, my man Andy, for sharing that little nugget with me. I had no idea. The funny part is I own Marquise Grissom's most coveted rookie card in 1990 Bowman Tiffany PSA 10, which is actually a PSA at PSA right now for reslabbing, and I was a huge Expos fan, but had no idea. So cool. But back to Vaughn. I continue to like him, but his cards are really catching fire, and that is somewhat fascinating, and what we can all agree is a declining market for prospects. His 2020 Bowman Chrome base auto in raw condition will run you about $100. Well, that's not terrible. I have actually begun to sell a little bit as I have so much Grissom. A nice problem to have. But here at CCL, we are sellers of strength when we get a prospect right. So to be clear, I will sell some and keep some going forward. That's it. That's all, folks. As always, thank you for joining me. And tell me in the comments, who are you targeting as well who may have been missed by us at CCL? Remember this, the list is not comprehensive, but we do our best to feature the players, the best players, to help you, the viewer, sift through the laundry list of prospects there are. And perhaps most important, look at players who are not liked by everyone and not being driven up by hype, which may translate into better results. Keeping in mind that anything I say on this channel is strictly my opinion and should be taken as such. You guys have an awesome weekend.